Hey, what is going on, everybody? Jeremiah here with a Team Fortress 2 gameplay commentary. And tonight, gonna be playing as the Spy with the Connivers Kunai, the Dead Ringer, and the L'étranger. So, this video is going to talk about a couple of things. First of all, this is on defense, on upward. We do a very good job of keeping them into their spawns. I think they only come out to the halfway point before the first cap, and that's where the game ends. I do very well here. I think I kill 16 or 17 people or something without dying, which is, that's good for me with Spy, because I've lost my Spy touch in recent years. But it is good to come back and do well sometimes. But this video is going to touch upon two things, very important things. The first one I'm going to get to is 1 year on YouTube. And this happened a few days ago, and I will explain my tardiness in this matter. And it's actually a pretty funny story, and not funny now, wasn't funny a while ago, but I remember sitting in the hospital bed when I was in the hospital on my 1 year anniversary on YouTube. Now, don't worry, I'm not making this commentary from beyond the grave. I'm at my desk, I'm okay, I'm here, and do not worry about me at all. Also in this video, I do want to get to the Kunai. I want to talk about the Kunai a little bit, and some of the tips and strategies that I use, that sort of thing. But that's going to happen near the end of the video. I want to spend most of the time talking about, of course, 1 year on YouTube, and the insane day that I had on June the 11th. So let's back up a little bit to June 10th, the night before my 1 year anniversary. I went to sleep, and as I was falling asleep, I told myself, alright, Jeremy, I'm going to make something cool tomorrow. I want to talk about something. I want to bring up the 1 year thing, because it really is really important to me, and it is really a milestone that I was really looking forward to. So I went to bed. Alright, what am I going to do for June 11th? Cool. Wake up June 11th. And those of you that have this problem, you have my utmost condolences. I feel your pain. I have migraine headaches. And sometimes I get migraine headaches that completely debilitate me, where I can't even move. I can't even get out of bed. I can't even think, and I can't even talk. So I woke up June 11th with one of these migraines. And it happened to be one of the worst migraines of my entire life. Now, if you don't know what a migraine is, essentially it's when a bird, a very large bird, claws his way into your eyeball, into the center of your head, and lays eggs in your brain. Now, that is not what actually happens, but it, of course, is what it feels like is what's happening. So I was in the hospital all of June 11th, and I had no computers, no outside world touch. I got out of the hospital, I think, at like 10 o'clock at night, my time, and I went there at like 11 in the morning. I had IVs, I had to do CAT scans, I had to do like saline drips and stuff. They wanted to give me, this is how ridiculous this is, they wanted to keep me in the hospital, and they wanted to give me a phosphate drip, and it was going to last like 12 hours. Me just sitting there with a thing in my arm, and they also wanted to do a spinal tap. And at that point, you know, every man has this point in their life where they say, it's time to go home. I'll figure this all out on my own time, I'll call the doctor, I'll get an appointment. I was not gonna sit there with all these things out of my arm, sit there for 12 hours and just, I don't know, I just had to get the hell out of there. And I did, I got discharged, and I'm okay now, I'm fine now. And the thing about migraines is, they can last very short amount of time, but it's a very horrible short amount of time. So for my 1 year video, this is kind of my 1 year video, but I didn't really have a chance to make anything. Somebody did, and this is just unbelievable to me, guys. Like, when I saw this, I nearly cried, because this was just so awesome, so well done. Somebody made me a 1 year anniversary video, and it is very long, and it took this person a very long time to make. The link will be in the description. It's from DJTHED. He's the guy that's doing the Steam Workshop modeling. But he spent a lot of time on this. He kind of goes through a timeline of almost since when I started on YouTube. And it was just very humbling. And hats off to you, man. Thank you for making that. And thank you to everybody, especially for being around here for this entire year. You guys all rock. You guys are all awesome. So go check out that video. It's in the description right now. Thank you all again. And now let's start talking about the Kunai. Jeez, I didn't give myself any time to talk about the damn thing. Alright, well, I'll talk about it. Even if it's a black screen, I will continue to talk about it. And maybe I'll add a random clip on the end of this as well. So, the Connivers Kunai. My biggest tip for this knife is only use it with the Dead Ringer. You can use it with the default Invisibility Watch or the Cloak and Dagger, but it is so difficult to do that. One stray rocket one stray bullet, anything, you will die in 1 second, which can be incredibly frustrating. But one really good thing about using the Conniver's Kunai and the default invisibility watch is everybody is going to think you're a dead ringer. How many times have you shot a spy with either a shotgun or even one little stray rocket and he dies instantly? It's an automatic response to say in your brain, that's a dead ringer, I know it, guaranteed. And you might not be correct, because this could be a Conniver's Kunai default spy watch, and you really did just kill him. So it's good to throw people off that way. But other than that, I would say yes, use this with the dead ringer pretty much 8 times out of 10. So one other tip that's probably the most important is don't be afraid to take some heat with this knife. Especially during a chain stab, or especially when you're behind a bunch of people. Because think of it like this. If you get one backstab on somebody with full health, you are going to get 180 health overhealed. So even if there are people behind you shooting at you, you just have to backstab another person in front of you and you'll go right back up to 180. That's of course assuming that they have full health. But still, it's better to not concern yourself with the people that are behind you rather than the people in front of you. Because like I said, you can go on a chain here and just 180, 180, 180. And even if you dip down to like 10 health, you just have to stab that one person and you can just keep going on your merry way. So do not be concerned with people behind you, especially when you're on a payload map. So the last tip I can give you is going to use a diagram, and it's going to be on the screen right now. Here is this diagram. It's going to show you how to use the Conniver's Kunai. Essentially, you're going to make a route in a circle around the focal point of the map, whether that's the payload cart or the points. So when you make this circle, you're going to have 180 health by killing this guy right up here. After he's dead, go around the side and make sort of a semicircle around the enemy team. Once you do that, if you end up taking damage from this guy, do not worry at all. The guy at the front of the line, all the way up there, is going to heal you to full health, or at least close to it, so you can start the circle all over again. This is the Conniver's Kunai Circle of Life. That's a tentative example. But this is a kind of a general spy strategy as well. It's not only for the Conniver's Kunai. You can do this with some of the other knives as well, or any of them. But just wanted to give my examples of how I use this thing. So that's going to wrap up the video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. 1 year on YouTube, guys. Thank you all for everything. You guys are all the man or the woman, depending on your gender. But I will see you guys all soon, and let's look forward to 10 more years of YouTube. Take care, everybody.